first guests teamed up 17 years ago for the hit television series Heart to Heart. They're back together, yay, with a new Heart to Heart special. Please welcome Stefanie Powers and Robert Wagner. Wow, look.
Hey, look at that.
Hello.
Good.
Stephanie.
You too.
¿Cómo estás? Bien, ¿y tú? Encantada de verte. Hola. How are you, you debonair guy, you?
Where's the dog?
Vinny, he's out in the back.
Where's
I saw him.
Vinny? Vinny!
She's out today. Is she?
Oh, there's Vinny! Look, Vinny!
Come on, Vinny.
That's all you get there.
I told him to
God,
hide
I
Vinny.
have such a way with animals.
You do, I know.
There's Vinny.
I told him to hide Vinny so that you would be on time.
Hi, Vinny. Look at Vinny.
You are an animal lover, Steph.
Oh, I love Vinny.
She's very finicky.
Hi, Vinny.
Welcome back, kids, together. We've had you on separately, but this is the first time together.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Vinny.
How are you both doing? Great, huh? The golf game's going well?
The last time Mr. Wagner was on, he spoke poetically about the craft of golf and got me hooked, literally. I can't hit anything straight. But from that moment, I picked it up. So
And he poetically kind of touched me and helped me hit that ball.
And you went on a vacation for a while, didn't you? You were away because I called you. You wrote me such a nice note, and I tried to get a hold of you when you were gone on vacation.
I tried getting a hold of you while I was on vacation on Martha's Vineyard this summer. Yeah, you remembered.
Tell him what you said to the audience.
I said, everybody, this man has the greatest teeth in Hollywood. And they're not expecting people for me to say that, but I've always told you that.
Yeah. My teeth. Good teeth. Powers, you have good teeth.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I like your teeth.
Well, no, I like yours better.
You do?
Did you guys know each other before Heart to Heart?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had worked together. Steph worked on It Takes a Thief with me, another show that I did.
Yeah.
And then I met her when she was trying out for West Side Story.
Yeah.
So you tried out, but you didn't get in. I
rehearsed with them. I went through, what, 7 dance auditions and 3 screen tests and something like that. And I rehearsed with them for several months. But I was 15 at the time. And there are working laws against that sort of thing. Right. And it was too restrictive to the shooting schedule.
Right.
So they replaced me with the girl who did the part on Broadway.
Really?
But I had an extraordinary opportunity to work with Jerome Robbins and those amazing dancers. So it was and it was really the sort of my entree into the business. And of course, Natalie Wood was starring in the film.
Oh, God, the greatest film. I love that film.
It was great.
Oh.
But a real good thing happened to you there, though.
A very good thing happened.
A very good thing happened. Because, tell that, that's a great story, because you never know what's going to happen in this business, you know.
I was hired, I was testing, and there was an independent producer, director, writer, everything, who was doing a film. This was at the Sam Goldwyn Studios, just here in Hollywood. And he liked to work with people who had not had much experience because he wanted to shape them and mold them to his own image. And he came down and watched this test that I was doing. And then later on, he asked me to go and read for him. Well, just about the time I got fired, I read for him. And he hired me. And that was the first time I actually acted. And then, as a result of that film, several studios asked me to come and participate in their contract player programs, which is
very big.
It was still in place.
I thought that man was
Tom Laughlin.
Tom Laughlin. Yeah.
Yes, it was Tom Laughlin.
You got a break
of Billy Jack fame.
Sure.
Do you remember Billy Jack? Well,
wow.
this was prior to Billy Jack, way prior to Billy Jack, and in those days, you would go and test for a 7-year contract at various studios, and they had extraordinary teachers, wonderful programs.
It's a real college, wasn't it? I mean, they tutored you and shaped you. And
but you know, in this business, you never know what's going to happen. You can be walking around a corner and you meet somebody, and they say, "Hey, I've got a part for you that's just great."
Well, you had that virtually happen to you, didn't you? Caddying and
yeah. Sort of.
Well, we talked about that before.
Last time you heard Clark Gable's caddy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
caddy
we
for
talked
Clark
about
Gable.
that last time.
Oh, yeah.
How sweet is it now when you look back? You know? Your career, when you look back on all the body of work, you know, when you look back, what are you most proud of?
Well, you know, I've been so fortunate because I've met so many really marvelous people in this business. And I was thinking about that the other night because I was looking at, you know, That's Entertainment, Part 3.
Oh, really?
And I was thinking about all those people that I'd had the opportunity of meeting. And when I was a little kid, you know, I'd just sit in the movies and I thought, oh, all I want to do is be in the picture business. I just want to be in the movies. I got to be in the movies.
Yeah.
And we lived very close to this country club, Bel Air Country Club, and so many of the stars were there. Cary Grant, Fred Astaire, Spencer Tracy, Jimmy Stewart. And all of a sudden, I mean, you know, I think that when I say I'm blessed, I mean, like in It Takes a Thief, Fred Astaire played my father. And I'd known Fred Astaire all my life, and I got to work with Spencer Tracy, and I met Clark Gable, and was with Gary Cooper. And
By the way, how is Jimmy Stewart? Because I know you're dear friends with him.
Well,
and
he
doesn't get out much now.
Well, he's doing, I think, pretty well, yeah. I don't know whether he's going to be at the marathon. You know, the marathon this year is April 21st.
We did it last year.
Yeah, you did it last year. Are you going to come back this year?
Big honor to be there.
We could use it. It'd
Really?
be great.
Oh, we'd love
they'd
to
have you back.
Do you want us to
So
run,
wonderful.
though, or can we just stand up on stage like we did last time?
I think you and I...
You better run. Why don't you
I think we ought to get the girls to run, and you and I will stand up.
This is what I like. I tell you what, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll show a clip of Heart to Heart, find out the fun in shooting this now, because it was out of this country. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll take a break. Robert Wagner, Stefanie Powers.
Next, Robert Wagner and Stefanie Powers party in Australia. If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and would like to be a member of the Mike and...
Look. Now I know why the old man was so eager to get back.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? It's the first life in this fabulous place.
I'm not kidding. That's what they call the male kangaroos, the old man.
Oh, is that where it comes from?
And it's a mob of kangaroos. And the translation for kangaroo is what is it? You were right.
Where did you get your information?
Johnny on the spot?
Uh-huh. Well, we're just going to have to come back as often as we possibly can to visit you and our mob of what is it?
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. California is only a hop, skip, and a jump from Australia.
You didn't say that, did you?
I had to.
Punch that up.
I was waiting for you to go.
I like that.
I was going to think you were going to say, oh, you didn't say that, did you?
I didn't say that. I didn't say you didn't say that.
I said you didn't say it.
The
Did
Hearts
the
of
animals
Down Under.
behave as well as we saw there, or there must have been, that koala must have done something?
Well,
Now, Stefanie is very, very good with animals.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, she's exceptionally good with animals, and she has a great rapport with them. I was very nervous because the last time that she had a koala bear was when we were in San Diego. We were doing Love Letters in the theater down there. And we went to the exhibit, and we were standing there because they had just gotten, what, 4 koalas in the San Diego Zoo. And so Stefanie's holding the koala, and we're taking pictures, and the koala reached up like this, and with one stroke like that, opened up her cheek.
Oh, my God.
Just like somebody took a knife.
Right
across
right
the cheek.
here. What
I
happened,
was so surprised.
Their nails are so sharp, you know, and you'll notice if you ever see that clip again, I'm holding it by its paw, you know, its so that it didn't, because it would naturally, you know, they want to hold on to things. That's the way they live. That's the way they feel secure. So if they're not gripping something, then they're reaching to grip something. And it was just ever such a slight movement, and he just grazed my cheek, and it gripped, and it suddenly I felt the blood dripping. It just sliced it right open. It kind of
And for an
so slowly,
actress
too.
to have blood
Because they're
coming
very
from her
docile.
So I thought,
They're very lethargic.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
these
you don't
weren't.
yeah, but these were real quick, weren't they?
these were much faster, much more energetic.
And this was shot in Australia, right?
Yes.
Right, we shot the whole show.
And I know you had a birthday in Australia.
I did.
And you know, you go to another country and your birthday happens, it comes and goes, but I understand. Get a clip of this. Take a shot of this. What happened for Robert's birthday?
Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that's great.
You know, I hadn't seen that.
I didn't see that at all.
Those are the the Rigimies, correct?
Yeah, Stefanie arranged this, and Jimmy Veras, our producer, arranged this, and I came around the corner, and they started to hit that didgeridoo and screaming, and I jumped about 3 feet in the air, and they had all of these wonderful men and women out, and they did dances for us and everything. It was really extraordinary.
And they were actors. I mean,
We've had a little thing going on ever since we started this show. It started in a very mild way, but then it sort of started balloon, and it becomes more and more absurd each time we happen to be together at one of our birthdays. And we've been together quite a few birthdays, yes, so it gets a little bit more elaborate each time. And obviously, because we were in Australia, it was a perfect opportunity to have some Aboriginal dancers, and they were so wonderful.
Oh, that's
Do you take your husbands and wives along?
One birthday, Stefanie, who has this great love for animals, we opened up the door very quietly to her trailer and threw an orangutan in the trailer.
Now, who came out first?
Started her day off real well.
I heard this knock, and I was in the back of the trailer putting on my makeup, and I said, "You come in. Come in. Come in." And the door opened, and I suddenly looked back there, and there was this thing, you know. My heart sort of stopped because, you know, they're just so human, you know. I was just
strong.
with them.
Very, very strong.
Do you take your spouses with you when you travel?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
But sometimes mine meets.
How is your Frenchman?
My Frenchman.
I forget his name.
Frenchman.
Patrick de la Chênaie.
Patrick de la Chênaie. How is he?
He's very nice. Very good. Very nice. We just we finished in Australia, and Patrick joined me in Jakarta, and we went to Borneo to hack our way through the jungles and sit with some orangutans, and with a very dear friend of mine called Baruta Galdicus, who spent 25 years of her life rehabilitating orangutans back into these are orphans whose parents and mothers have been killed.
With your love for animals, can you walk down the street and see any animal in any sort of danger and not walk by, pick it up and take it home?
No animal is safe.
Yeah, right.
I walk down the street with people walking their dog, and I say, "Are you sure that's your dog? You sure?"
We keep the animals off the set, because it holds up a lot of time.
They'll adopt and nurture. Well, it is Heart to Heart. You are back together again.
So great.
Thanks so much for having us on the show.
It's such a pleasure to see you.
You two are great. I love you both.
Thank you, and we can't say enough about both of you.
And we'll see you at the marathon. And you and I, again, girls are going to run, and we're going to what?
That's it.
That's it. And I enjoy that.
Everybody had a jail
Come to the marathon.
Thanks, I will. I'll tell Jill
we'll talk about that when it comes around.
She told me to be sure and say hello to you. She really thinks you're great.
Oh, tell her I sent her a big kiss.
Stefanie Powers, Robert Wagner. Right back.
Today.